One testing 1 2 3 if the microphone is working. If it is, do let me know in the comments section. This is my favorite shirt to wear during the winter. It says fuck VAR. VR. For those of you that are following football in the Premier League in Europe, you know what I mean. For those that are not familiar, this is video assistant referee. Basically, if there is a goal, there is no goal, they go check the screen to see if there is one or not. The music is a bit loud-ish. It says no copyright music, so hopefully YouTube does not strike the channel like last time. Hello, everyone. So, the chat. He better be talking about Nintendo. What do you want to know about Nintendo? We can talk about Nintendo if you want. I have no problem. If you have any specific questions, let me know. Let me just double check if the microphone is working. Perfect. If you're here, hit that thumbs up button. Last stream of the year. I've gotten some positive feedback from most of you that are watching the stream. You like to stream, you like to see more streams, so we'll definitely do that. Hello, Mr. Seymour Duck. Welcome. Have a seat. Enjoy. We're going to wait a little bit till more people join. Again, this is a chill stream on Sundays. We do this, talk about sports, stocks, gaming. I'll play some games as well because there is still this bet I have to win. And if I win, Tesla stock will double or triple. I think that was the bet next year. Last session was not such a good session. So unfortunately, right now, Tesla will not move 1 inch in 2024. That's because I can't win a game. So yeah, Nintendo. Actually, I can show you something about Nintendo. One moment. Let's do this. And ta-da! Okay, so this is basically Nintendo right now. The stock is up close to 25% year to date. The majority of the move here is actually in the last 3 months. It has gone up quite a lot. But if you look at forward PE, EV to EBITDA, price to sales, by the way, this is on Koifin. If you want to have 20% off, link is down in the description. That's one of the best ways to support this channel. You can see that PE, EV to EBITDA, price to sales compared to its 5-year mean is now more expensive. Actually, a lot more expensive if you look at where we were before at the end of 2022. Now, if we go to the snapshot here, we can see that actually for fiscal year 2024, sales is expected to be down 4%, and in fiscal year 2025 down 5%, but then a rebound, which is more than fiscal year 2024 rebound, a growth of 9.21%. So at least there is that, but maybe that's why you're seeing this stock a bit on the, let's say, expensive side. We're not really getting some EPS estimates here, but maybe I can find them somewhere here. Okay, so EPS gap for 2024, an increase of just shy of 3%. Yeah, so not that much. The average price target, that's seems a bit strange. The average price target is at $50, so that's a 287% increase from the price we're at today. Okay, it's a big boost, big jump. Let's see. Free cash flow per share has increased throughout the years. Shares have come down a bit. And the business itself looks like this, basically. We were in a bit of a down cycle. Well, a down cycle. Flat-ish, but we didn't go up. Free cash flow per, this is on a year basis, fiscal year, has come down as well. Here, this big jump here is the pandemic push. But with the, how should I say, so-called rumored rumored Nintendo Switch number 2. Maybe it might get a huge boost. Remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. Okay. As always, if you've got questions, let me know down in the comments. I'll check again. Okay, we're good. We're good. So how's everyone's weekend going? Do you have any New Year's plan? Let me know in the chat. So not in the comments, in the chat below. Nintendo becoming the Disney of gaming. Heck, their movies made. Yes, I mean, Nintendo, their IP is very, very strong, but they're very, very protective of it. I'm very happy that they're making some moves towards using their IP, making movies, stuff like that, like the Super Mario movie. Huge success for them, so that's great. I believe I've seen some rumors with regards to Zelda. Maybe that might be in the makes as well. But yeah, they've got. I mean, Mario. Their games are incredible. Their IP is incredible. So why not? Why not use it and make some money? The parks in Universal, you have that extension for Super Nintendo World, which is pretty cool. But there's probably always a line to get into that. I was in there in Japan. Very, very well done. Very, very well done. So yeah, could they be? Yeah, I mean they've always been the type of Disney, but in the gaming side. Now it's time for them to actually use their IP and their content to generate a bit more revenue. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a Japanese company. Japanese people are very, very protective of these types of things. So we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I do want to show some of you, those that are here. So this came out, this report is on Seeking Alpha. There is now a 30% offer for the end of the year. Link is in the description as well. I don't understand why there's no full screen. For some reason, full screen here does not work. Okay, so be it. If you can see, so Shein and Temu seen as potential suitors for Wayfair. Wayfair is actually down quite a lot this year. One year. Well, actually, it hasn't done that bad. So, yeah. So they are struggling. Boston-based home goods retailer faces a loss in active customers and 82% drop in its share price over the last 3 years. So not this year, in the last 3 years. According to the information, either Shein or Temu could be a good fit to merge with Wayfair, as both move away from their bargain basement reputation and take on online marketplace behemoth Amazon. Again, I don't think the US should be so relaxed when seeing Chinese players enter the market and try and enter that market through acquisitions or stuff like that. I mean, American companies don't have a way to enter the Chinese market in an easy way, so I don't think they should get the easy way inside the United States either. What are your thoughts on Roblox? So Roblox, obviously, it's not I'm not the target audience. I've played it just to test it out, but not really my thing. But it's very, very popular. It's very, very popular. I'm just talking about the game right now. I will be talking about the stock in just a second. The game, very popular. They're making some great moves. Because previously the big, let's say, bear case here was, oh, it's just a game that 13-year-olds play and that's about it. But they've actually been moving, I won't say up market, but aging up. It has been working quite well. So people over the age of 13, I mean 14, 15, 16, even over than that, older than that, they're still on the platform, engaging on the platform, making games. Developers, the developer ecosystem is pretty strong. Lots of developers making millions through that platform. So definitely a great platform. Now, with regards to the stock itself, I mean, year to date it's up 60%. PE has disappeared, but if we look at free cash flow, let's do this per quarter so actually a better picture. So free cash flow obviously peaked during the pandemic, not a surprise there, and then we were a bit in a slump-ish period. But last quarter we saw free cash flow back in a positive area. Yes, shares outstanding is increasing, but this company, I mean, cash flow is not an issue. This company has also not really taken a lot of money from the private sector, like not raising a lot of money from the private sector to stay alive. So I would say that's also a positive sign. Overall, good company, good product, pretty sticky in my opinion. These are the expectations for the next coming fiscal years. So fiscal 2023, 18% growth in sales. Fiscal year 2024, 16% year-over-year growth, and then another close to 15% in fiscal year 2025. With regards to EPS, still a loss there. The analyst price targets. Currently, the average sits at $44, so that's minus 3% of where we are today. So there you have it. That's Roblox. This and your thoughts on gaming stocks like Take-Two. So I think, yeah, I talked about Take-Two Interactive a month or so ago. They will definitely get a huge push from GTA 6. Obviously, we still have some time until that game comes out, but yeah, I mean, analysts are saying that it's going to be bigger than the launch of what was it, Avatar. So yeah, that's already over $1 billion. Right now, price target in the next 12 months, $165. Current price $160, so the upside of just 2.6%. But yeah, if you look at the EPS here underneath, below here, actually maybe my face is, of course. Let me remove myself. Sorry about that. So for fiscal year 2025, EPS is expected to grow 130% year over year, and then in 2026, another 23% year over year. So definitely bottom line outgrowing the top line. Top line is also expected to grow quite a lot in fiscal year 2025 by 41% year over year. If you want to compare it with its mean in the last 5 years, yes, it is more expensive right now than the last 5 years, probably because of the anticipation of GTA 6. So you're having a PE, forward PE of 40 times compared to 30 times, the mean, the 5-year mean. Yes, exactly. Kids grow up, and currently they are staying on the platform. So yeah, there is that. There is obviously competition. The gaming sector does not lack gaming platforms and games in general. I mean, Fortnite is huge as well. They are becoming more and more of a platform, whether people believe it or not. I think they do, and we're going to play a game later on. Unity will be the winner due to cross-platform early adoption. Now they support Meta Oculus 100% and Apple Vision cores. C Limited can also accelerate on 2 billion Indian market. Yeah, but C Limited, remember, C Limited Garena was already available in India before. Yes, there was a short period where they were banned, but they're back. So yeah, remains to be seen what happens there. But with regards to Unity, I don't know. With the Meta Oculus and the Apple Vision, I know Apple, when they announced it, they said that Unity is the platform that they're building on. But Meta, is it still the case or not? Because I know it was the case in the beginning, but is it still the case right now? I don't know. Plus, Unity still has the whole refresh of management and new leadership that they have to go through. So we'll see what happens there. What else? Actually, I want to look at EA, how they're doing with this scam of a game, EAFC. Huh. Okay. Mm. Still okay for this type of company. Average price targets, it's 8% higher than it is today. And here, still want to find out why I can't make this full screen. Oh, this is a bit better. Yeah, this is a bit better. So yeah, the analyst expectations for EA. So fiscal year 2024, just 3.8% sales growth year over year, but bottom line grows faster. We've seen this with so many companies where EPS outgrows the top line. Okay, interesting. Interesting. If you've got more questions, ask them in the chat below. What other company did I wanna look at today before we jump into the gaming aspect of things? Let's see, because I saw a post on X. Oh, okay. WDFC. Anyone know that company? WDFC. WDFC. Sounds like a football club. WD40 company. Ah, those guys. Okay, 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 okay. Interesting, interesting. Um, Thoughts on Japanese stock? Buffett bullish on the top 5 trading companies in Japan. Hasn't he been bullish in Japan for quite a while, and that investment did not really do well for him, right? Or am I mistaken? No thoughts on Japan besides the Nintendo stock. Will the metaverse grow in 2024 and 2025? Well, if we're talking about the concept of metaverse, probably yes, because of the launch, the big success right now of the Quest 3 and the probable launch of the Apple Vision Pro, even though you have to sell an organ or two to buy that thing. So the concept of metaverse will probably continue to expand. Whether it will be a money-making business in 2024 and 2025, probably not. Probably not. Not yet, at least. Revenue probably increasing each and every year, but profits yet. Yes, WD40. I had to double check, but yeah, someone wrote this on X, and to be honest, I mean, I've seen worse companies, right? Look at this in the last 10 years. Shares outstanding have come down. Free cash flow per share goes up. Looks like a pretty solid company to me. So yeah, there you have it. WD-40. Hidden gem, apparently. Let's see if I can find something. We've looked at Costco last week. So let's have a look at another very strong company. Something called MasterCard. Anyone know what that is? Look at this. Incredible. I mean, sometimes it's that simple. And compared to its 5-year mean, it's actually cheaper. Forward PE, EV to EBITDA, price to sales. Even price to free cash flow is cheaper than the 5-year mean. That's pretty remarkable. And then you have this. In the last 10 years, shares outstanding continues to go down. Free cash flow per share continues to go up. I mean, this is a company, yeah. This and obviously, let's look at, come on. Let's look at Visa. Why am I getting Visa in Canada? Okay, thank you. Yeah, if it's the same color, we're not really going to get that far. So let's put this in. Let's put all the Visa in yellow. Like this. MasterCard, maybe like that. Okay. So yeah, both companies, as you can see, shares outstanding coming down. Free cash flow per share goes up and up and up. And then you have the EPS estimate, the 5-year growth rates here. Visa 14%, MasterCard 17.28%. Yeah, Visa and MasterCards are incredible companies. Incredible companies. The company that will be disrupted by Bitcoin, to be honest, no company. Let's be honest. Maybe a currency, but even that, I don't see it happening. Have you tried buying something with Bitcoin? Do you see yourself waiting 30 minutes at checkout until the money is accepted and then it actually is costing you more money to buy the stuff? I don't see any company being disrupted by Bitcoin. No, maybe the Bitcoin network. I mean, Lightning Network, maybe, but then again, I think they have their own thing. They have their own thing. If we're talking about contracts and stuff like that, yeah, maybe, but there are so many blockchain companies out there that do these type of things. So yeah, Bitcoin itself is very outdated. Let's be honest. If you want to transfer money pretty fast, I mean, Ripple is, in my opinion, much better. But then again, that's just my opinion. Your opinion on Baba, as it looks like all sellers already sold and only upside is possible in 2024. Bought big for short rate till $150, $200. Yeah, I've talked about Baba not so long ago on the channel. It's actually on the list of stocks I don't own that will do quite well in 2024. Because, well, it's at a certain point, it just doesn't make any sense anymore, right? If you look at this, let me again remove myself. If you look at this, it's ridiculous, right? But then again, people will say, yeah, but that's because it's a Chinese company and people don't trust it, la la. Okay, fine, but we've looked at Temu, we've looked at Pinduoduo, and that thing was up in 2023 over 75%. So clearly, some people are okay with buying Chinese companies. It's true that with Alibaba, there was also a lawsuit more recently that they lost. They have to pay a little bit because of, I think, with JD. It's true that Tmall Pinduoduo is taking market share from Alibaba. So, okay, but I mean, looking at this right now, it just doesn't make any sense. So yes, it could easily double just because it gets a higher multiple, and that's it. Next one. So many thoughts on Swedish gaming stocks and gaming coins picks. If you can give me any this Polygon, to be honest, I don't know. I don't follow coins anymore. Swedish game stocks like Kahoot, for example. Kahoot is a very cool app. Not gonna lie, it's a very cool app. NetEase, yeah. NetEase has gotten hit recently, right? NetEase and is it NetEase or is, yeah, I think so. No. This or not? Maybe with the new regulations in China, NetEase and Tencent got hit. I believe it was NetEase. Yeah, you never know with China. They just love to destroy stuff. Yeah, so it was NetEase. Yeah, okay. Is McDonald's still on the list of great companies? Cosmac could be hit. McDonald's is definitely on the list of great companies. Cosmix, the new launch, we'll see. We'll see if it's a success or not. I think we'll see it pretty soon. But yeah, it's one of those dividend-paying companies that also has some growth left. I mean, if you look year to date, it's up 15%. You're also getting 2.25% yield. So yeah, there are definitely worse companies out there. Definitely. Non-commercial idea for Kahoot. Sweden entertainment company heavily overlooked as traded on Oslo market. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. So clearly compared to its 5-year mean, it's cheaper, but let's dig a bit deeper. Free cash flow has increased. By the way, this is in Nordic kronen, not in dollars. So just so you know. Sales. Yeah, okay. So bottom line here as well is increasing quite a lot in the coming years. Interesting. I haven't looked at Kahoot for quite a while actually. So I don't know how their users are looking like, active users, stuff like that. We know that Duolingo is doing quite well. I know it's different, but if you want, I can pull it up. But yeah, Kahoot could be can be overlooked. I mean, anything that's on like Nordic markets or European markets are always a bit overlooked, even in the big ones, Paris market or Amsterdam. If it's not in the US market, it's always overlooked a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, look at Duolingo. This year it's up 200 and close to 19%. It's crazy. Market cap 9.53 billion. Not that cheap anymore. It's a PE of 82 times. But I mean, the growth here is quite remarkable for what I thought was just a language app, language learning app, but it has done quite well. quite well for the stock and the business itself. Meituan is my Chinese pick, plus Tal Group, Tal Education. Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah, I remember when Tal was close to a couple of bucks. Yeah, here, $2 or something. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it takes the CCP one minute to destroy that 80% gain in 2023. So only Swedish company I know is Evolution AB. They do a lot of the game shows and table games for online casino. What? Let's see. Oh, that's Finland. Rovio Entertainment, the Angry Birds app, game. So yeah, that's another Nordic company. Not a question, but do you ever play Overwatch? I did play Overwatch, but I I was never really good at Overwatch because I never played it when I was younger. I downloaded it, I think, last year or this year, when Overwatch 2 came out, just to try it out. But I might try it out again. Who knows? This is another one of those great companies. Ferrari. You can try to compete, but when you see the horse logo, it's game over. Yeah, let me pull that up. That's a long ticker symbol. Guess it's this one. So yeah, here as well, compared to its 5-year mean, cheaper, but let's have a look a bit further. I assume they've made an acquisition here. That's why shares outstanding have increased. Otherwise, I don't really see. Maybe they've raised money, but probably if it's a gaming studio, they've probably made an acquisition, and that's why this thing has gone up. If I'm wrong, let me know. But free cash flow per share has increased throughout the years. Pretty good. EPS growth rate is very well as well. Very nice. So in the meantime, let me know the acquisition. When was it? November 2020. Did they acquire someone? Let me know in the chat. Other than that, fiscal year 2023, we can see sales growth 27% year over year, EPS 32. But then next year, sales growth increases quite more than EPS. But then we reaccelerate here for EPS in fiscal year 2025. Interesting. Year to date, it's up 23%. Let's see. Evolution, maybe acquisition. Okay, so they acquired NetEnt or something like that for $2.1 billion. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. I know that with Rovio there were a lot of Arsenal lost. Lovely. Losers. Sega bought Rovio. I know that I think Politica was in talks with them as well. Let's see. Yes, Sega acquired Rovio. In August, $776 million. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you've got no more stocks questions, we can move over to the to the gaming aspect of things. Of course, you can still ask whatever you want throughout the stream. Up. Okay. Why can't I see? Ah, okay, I'm here. Embracer. Embracer Group. I would assume the one on the Swedish markets. Da, da, da. Let's see. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Shares outstanding has increased quite a lot throughout the years. Valuation-wise, it is much cheaper than the last 5 years. That's for sure. Much cheaper. Now a forward P of 7.5 times compared to 20.2 times. So yeah, could be an interesting play. Could be an interesting play. Definitely on the lower side of things when it comes to price. Growth, bottom line, not that much in the coming years. I mean, fiscal year 2025, 3.5%, fiscal year 2024, 9.4%, and 26, 10%. So yeah, not a hyper growth stock, but definitely pretty stable. Fair price, I would say. So yeah, interesting company. Interesting company. Um, yeah, they own a lot of studios, a lot. But there has been some restructuring. I see. There has been some restructuring. Yeah, some deals fell through, I see here, and so they're closing a studio here and there. Um, yeah, I guess a lot of those companies needed a little reset. Um, yeah, exactly. They own a lot, but I think they tried to grow way too fast, and some things didn't work out, and so they needed a little reset, and that's exactly what we've seen with the stock happen. I think in the last year or two, 2 or 3 actually right now. 1 second. Do you consider it a good opportunity to double down on C right now, as the market seems to really exaggerate the downside, or better way 2 quarters? Uh, we did talk about C not so long ago. Look, if they can grow in a profitable way, great. If that's not a possibility, then yeah, there is a problem. Okay, so I realized that you cannot actually hear my game. That's an issue. That's an issue, and I don't even know how to solve this. That's annoying. Restream should definitely. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Pa, 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 pa. That's strange. Anyways. So yeah, we'd see again. Also, my question for the people that ask about C: why do you want to choose C over something like Mercado Libre or even Alibaba at this point, or Coupang, for example? I did not see him. I didn't even realize I was playing Duos. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the frames I see on the stream next to me. That's annoying. I have to ask. I have to ask people there how to fix that, because you can't really stream that Definitely not great. You can always ask me questions when I'm gaming as well. Holding International. One thing I've noticed, there are way too many gaming companies around. Thank you. Okay. What scope do you have? No, nothing better. By the way, do any of you have special plans for the New Year's, or just chilling at home, doing something with friends and family? Oh, that's cool. C is out. Yes, I know. I know what C Limited is. Yeah, tremendous growth opportunity only if they can grow in a profitable way, which was not the case. Which was not the case. Coupang, on the other hand, in my opinion, makes more sense. Ooh. They're growing quite fast and in a profitable way. But yeah, for some reason, people want C Limited more than Coupang. I don't know why. I hold neither of those companies. I have Mercado Libre, and I'm very happy with that. Maybe it's just, let's see if on X the stream is also horrible. Let's see. On X the stream doesn't, I don't know. I don't know, strange. Nothing much. Yeah, maybe I'll do a video about Coupang and C Limited, comparing the two. Yeah, the frame per second is really annoying with this stream. And the fact that I'm not even seeing one person here is also strange. Okay, there we are. Why are you shooting at me? I'm helping you. Okay. Oof. Okay. I mean, diversification, that's why we hold Coupang and C. I mean, both of them are in the same the same sector, so it's not really that diversified. I understand that they're operating in different markets, but you know, I'm obviously biased because I hold Mercado Libre and Amazon, so there is that. I'm trying to see. Oof. Ah, I always forget about the bullet drop. Well, hello. Thank you. Thank you. What? Oof. This, okay, one is dead. This is very annoying that I'm playing. Did he just drop to his death? Okay. Come on, peek. No. Okay, that's dumb. Um, oh, come on. Ah. There's a small lag here because of this stream, but we should be able to deal with that. Okay, thank you. Is it time to drop lithium miners? Yeah, I know lithium is is in demand because well, you need lithium, create batteries and stuff like that. But I'm not in the lithium research business just yet. Ah, there are two people here. Interesting. Wow. Ah, lucky. Go back to the lobby. Is it time to drop No, this one's that. Now you still need lithium miners despite recycling. I mean, the demand for lithium is just so high right now that I don't think it's going to be an issue for them. I think the trouble right now is with the Red Sea, the shipping passage. I think that's the big issue, and it's actually a bigger issue for Europe and China than it is for the United States. So, yeah, I think China has other issues to deal with right now. By the way, for the people that are still watching, I released the part 2 of the FinTech Stocks episode. It's live. If you want to go watch that, be my guest. Okay, now we're not playing in duos, we're playing solo. I'm really looking forward to FinTech outperforming in 2024 because I think, as you will see in the video I uploaded, you will see that some of them are extremely fair priced, if not, should I say, undervalued. Come on. Get in. I mean, the likes of StoneCo, um, how did he get here so fast? StoneCo, the local. 1 second. Oh, thank God. Okay, now I got this idiot on my ass. Whew. Probably a bot. Nobody plays like this today. Come on. Pa, 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 pa. Take this. Can't do anything with this. Okay. Pa, pa, pa. Much better. Okay. So yeah, does anyone have special plans for tonight? Maybe you did something special this weekend. What happened here? Pam, pam, pa, para, para. I think there are folks up there. There was definitely some fighting here, as we can hear. Just gonna let them. I think he's there. No, don't shoot at me. I don't get it. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Huh. Bye bye. Ah, get away from me. Where? Thank you. Oh, yeah. That's more like it. That's more like it. Ooh. What? Wow. Okay. Congratulations. Um, Let me actually show you something else. Oops. Huh, this is interesting. Why NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel will be hot stock stories in 2024. Ooh.
Intel today accelerating its AI chip game with a focus on incorporating the tech into PCs and laptops. Comes as the semiconductor index rising to a record high earlier in the session, topping its 2021 peak. Intel saying the launch day is part of the company's largest architectural shift in 40 years. And CEO Pat Gelsinger joins us now live from the NASDAQ, along with Yahoo Finance's very own executive editor, Brian Sozzi. Brian.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. Pat, good to see you. I was in that room, packed house.
Executive editor Brian Sozzi. Brian.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. Pat, good to see you. I was in that room, packed house over at the NASDAQ when you unveiled these new products, Pat. And you started off your keynote in front of really that packed house, noting this is the dawn of a new era in tech. For investors in Intel, what does that exactly mean?
Well, we announced two critical new products today. One was our next generation Xeon server, where we're building AI right into Xeon so that every data center can use it. But the other was, what we were just commenting on, was the AI PC. And I described it like this Centrino moment where we first brought Wi-Fi into popular delivery, and every coffee shop, hotel, and business had to add hotspots and Wi-Fi capabilities. Well, we think of the AI PC like that kind of transformational moment where new applications, new use cases just usher in a new period of the AI PC. And with that, we're quite excited today to introduce our Core Ultra product line. That's the first one delivering this at scale, and we have a rich pipeline of products coming next year and the year after to really enable AI everywhere. And that's what our announcement was about today, bringing it not just at high-end training and ChatGPT, but every use case across edge, across client, across data center and cloud.
What industry do you think will be most impacted by some of the technology that you uncorked today?
Well, I do think that enterprises are just going to find a lot of critical use cases for this. We showed a couple today, in some of the communications technologies. Imagine real-time translation, transcription, summarization, contextualization. Wow, this is cool. But also cases like manufacturing lines. And we showed even our manufacturing line where high-resolution imaging and being able to detect machine variations and being able to improve line yields in our big factories. Wow, 1 day of improvement, and I paid for every PC upgrade I would ever do. So all of these use cases I think are important, but consumers as well. Content creators are going to find these to be much more productive ways. And we had a musician here showing off a project that would have taken her weeks now was getting done in a single day because of these new generative capabilities. So much like the Centrino moment, AI PC is for everyone. It's a new generation of PCs, and we're just getting started. We had 100 application vendors here with us today, and we expect hundreds more are going to find exciting use cases that we haven't even yet imagined for the AI PC.
Yeah, Pat, I think that singer walked out with the first AI PC. I was a little jealous, but that was pretty cool.
I was jealous too. I was like, hey, I'm the boss.
Oh, come on, you run the company, Pat. You should be able to get a couple of those for the family. But look, let's take us through, what is the outlook for these AI PCs? How many will you sell next year, and when do you start making them?
Yeah, well, we are already in volume production. And hey, I'm probably going down to B&H just down the street here from the NASDAQ and pick one up on my way out of town before I leave. So they are on shelves right now. We're expecting to see good pickup as people finish their Christmas shopping this year. But we're going to be volume. We're ramping this thing like crazy. It's going to be tens of millions next year. We said in the next 2 years, it'll be over 100 million AI PCs in the marketplace. We have our next generation products, our are already sampling to customers. So today's Core Ultra is the starting gun. Application vendors, new form factors, new PCs starting to emerge, but we're just getting started. The next 2 years are going to be thrilling, going to be in volume, and we are delivering this at scale, enabling the software industry, and making sure it's end-to-end, from the data center and cloud to the client and the edge, AI everywhere.
What are some of your biggest fears around AI?
Well, one of the things, and I commented on this in my keynote, that some people are a little bit concerned, it's sort of like artificial intelligence over there. What's it going to do to me? And I suggested that we might reframe it as augmented intelligence, where we're making it part of how we live, how we work. One of the things is, hey, I wear hearing aids, a family defect, and I now have neural enhanced hearing aids. It's not over there. This is part of improving my life and experiences. When it's in my PC, it is making me more productive on a daily basis. And we think part of our job as a company, we believe in this power of technology as a force for good, that we're going to shape technology. All technology is neutral, neither good nor bad. It's how do we shape it for good? How do we make sure it's regulated, it's safe, it's secure, it's trusted, right? All of those things are what we do, and that's how we're going to make AI useful for every customer on Earth.
Pat, I was just on the Yahoo Finance platform. Your stock's near a 52-week high, up 70% year to date. We have markets at records here. I'm not going to sit here and ask you to predict Dow 40,000. I know that's not your gig, but what do you think about these markets rallying? And from your standpoint, is your company doing so well that, and your industry for that matter, to justify where stocks are right now?
Well, I do think, as we talked about, AI is a driving workload. And that workload, we said, the semiconductor market, $600 billion or so today, $1 trillion plus by the end of the decade. And we see AI as one of those things driving a larger market. Further, right, as leading edge technologies, these are the things that we uniquely do. Only a couple of companies in the world can do this, and only one in the Western world, and that's Intel. So with that, we see a lot of market value creation yet in front of us. We're still well undervalued compared to many peers, even as we made good progress this year. So I see a lot of opportunities for us to create value for our customers, to create value for our shareholders. And with that, we're pretty thrilled by today's announcement, because it really just is the beginning point of a lot of great things that we're doing, and what I believe will be one of the greatest turnaround stories in business history and technology industry history, the rebuilding of the iconic Intel.
Last week, Pat, I had some time to catch up with one of your competitors, Dr. Lisa Su, over at AMD. They released their new chip. You're out here with new chips today. Should investors be comparing your two companies?
Well, in some ways, of course. We're traditionally in this market together, but in other ways, very different. Right, and our IDM 2.0 strategy is a crucial piece of why different. We manufacture chips at scale. We manufacture our chips, but increasingly, as you know, Sazi, we're becoming a manufacturer for everybody's chips as well. And then you have the fabless model, and that's companies like Qualcomm, NVIDIA, AMD, and I have many products that I build as well. So essentially, I'm building two companies inside of one, a major foundry manufacturer at scale and a fabless company. So in some ways I compete, but in other ways, hey, I want to manufacture all of NVIDIA's chips, all of AMD's chips, as well as all of Intel's chips going forward. And we are rebuilding the world's supply chains for the most important resource of the future. Remember, everything is going digital. Everything digital runs on semiconductors. We allowed this industry to move from Western shores. We want to rebuild it back. The world needs balanced, resilient supply chains. That's what we're off to do. That's why we help drive the US CHIPS Act. That's why we're building these major manufacturing footprints. And that's why the total AI market's available to us, both our products and for our manufacturing.